Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Today is a 1 week impression or experience with the Lenovo Legion Y700 Gen 4 with a Snapdragon 8 Elite as my main gaming handheld, because I didn't disconnect it with the controller. This is 24/7 on a controller, so I'm using it like a handheld because I to make sure it feels like a handheld. And it is for the past 1 week I'm using it for the most part, because I'm purposely not using the Redmagic Astra, which is my most used handheld, I should say, for the past three months now. And I'm purposely using this more to make sure that when I go back to see if I miss having the Astra, which is, yes, I do. Let's just get straight into the video. It's for the build quality, I think they both has some really good build quality. For me, I feel the build, I feel they pretty similar, but I actually like the form factor for the Gen 4s better, like the Y700 Gen 4, because it's the only thing I don't like, it's just I wish it had is the bezel, this part you see. I don't know if you can see, this part is a little thicker than the Redmagic Astra, you see. Let me show you. See, the bezel is smaller than the Gen 4, so it makes the tablet is not as wide. You see here, and it's sticking out a little bit more than the Astra. So even though this screen, the Astra has a little bit bigger screen, so 9-inch, and this is 8.8-inch, it's actually not as wide as the Y700. And with this controller, this is the H5 Lite, so it has the USB-C. So, but this part, you see this part, and this part, you see, with this is the H5S with the Redmagic Astra. It's smaller, so when you put it in like this, it feels like it's more compact, because everything is it's not as wide, if you know what I mean. It's not that much, but it is noticeable. When I pick this up, I feel okay, it's a little wider, even though the controller is pretty much almost the same. It's just one is the USB-C, one is the Bluetooth. So, but it is noticeable when I use it. And one other thing that is noticeable is the weight. With this setup is below 500 grams. So H5 Lite and the Gen 4 Y700 together below 500. It is noticeably lighter than this setup, because this is about 550 grams with the H5S and the Redmagic Astra. It's not that much of a deal breaker because this is already a really light setup, because it's only 550, but you can feel it when you pick it up like this. I can feel the difference. It's just that when in practical, it's not that much different when I hold it, because both of them are really light. It's just that it is noticeable. So if you want the lightest setup, the Gen 4 with the H5 Lite is like match made in heaven, I guess. So, and another thing is I talked about it earlier, because this is a little wider. When I like to play it in the sideways like this, in bed, sideways like this, or like this. So it's actually make it a big, not a big difference, a noticeably different. When you play it like this, you can feel because your hand, you hold it like this, you can feel it's wider. So it's not as comfortable as the Redmagic Astra with this, because it's a little more compact in terms of width, you know. So when I play it like this, it doesn't feel okay, I'm holding something really long, you know what I mean? So it's not that much different, but noticeable. So, and So let's get to the screen. This is the screen. You see the screen is not that much different. Let me turn off the sound to make sure it's. Oh, also the screen, like because this is an LCD screen, you can see it's almost max. Let me get to maximum brightness. And this is an OLED screen, and the OLED on the Astra is so much brighter. You see the Y700, I think it's like 500 nit or something on the Gen 4, and the Astra is I think it's like 1600 nit. So even here, you see the brightness is not even maximum. It's so much brighter. Like, I don't know if you can see on the camera. Like, it's so much brighter. Let me scroll. See? Like, it's so much brighter. And even though this is not actually how it would look on the Gen 4 because I wrote it. So let me show you how it would look because I wrote the device, so I can change the screen, like the screen saturation, because I actually increased the saturation on the Y700 Gen 4 because I had an OLED to compare to. I think if you don't have an OLED to compare to, I don't think it's the big problem because the screen is already good, already like pretty to play games on. It's just that I had an OLED, so I want the screen a little bit more saturated. So this is how it would look, normal screen. See, it's not as vibrant. I don't know if you can tell on the camera. It's not as vibrant on the like normal screen. Let me open again to see. Let's go with, I don't know if you should go with further. Put it in like this, so you can see. Put like this. And this is the Gen 2 Y700. It's literally the same screen as the Gen 4. It's just that let me open this game. Anyways, it's just that when I like with this screen, it's a little like lower resolution. It's 1600p. This is 1900p, so it's a little bit higher resolution. And this is like 1500p. This is the lowest resolution, but I don't think it's matter that much because the screen, all of them are already sharp. Like you can easily read text, and you can clearly tell both of these screens are like LCD because of the like if there's some dark area or black bar on top or bottom, like some game don't support it, you will know that you will see the screen doesn't look as good, you know, because it's not like deep black. You see, like all of them like maximum brightness, like both of the Y700 maximum brightness. I think let me see, like whenever I use this, like for the past week, I've been using the Gen 4 for the most part to make sure that when I use it, do I like miss something from the Redmagic Astra? The biggest miss I miss from the Redmagic Astra is the OLED screen. That's most of the thing that I miss. You see the contrast, like this is even like after I increase the saturation about like 40%, like 40%. This is the same screen without the increased saturation. I don't know if you can tell on the camera. It's like it makes a shoot different. It looks more saturated because I like it a little saturated, but it's not as like a OLED level. I don't know if you can tell on the camera. Maybe this game is too vibrant to show. Which let me change game to make sure. Yeah, let's go with Red Dead 2 to see the difference between the screen. Oh, while we're talking about the screen now, while it's loading, let's talk about the audio quality, because I think it's also one of the strength for the Gen 4 Y700. I'm gonna say it again. If the Gen 4 Y700 has an OLED screen, I would pick it any day because it has 2 USB-C, it has good sound, it has good quality build, you know. It's just that it's still an LCD screen. I really hope that the next generation is gonna have an OLED, with the Redmagic coming out with an OLED. So Lenovo is gonna be, oh, there's an OLED screen on a competition, not competitor, how do you say the word? Let's say just competition. From the competition. I think it's competitor. Oh my god, it's competitor. It's from the competitor. So if the Redmagic has an OLED, the Lenovo is gonna be, there's a competitor. So we're gonna need to make sure that we get an OLED as well. Maybe. I would like happily pay a little bit more. Like, I get this, even though the Redmagic Astra is a little bit like more expensive than the Y700 for my local price, it's still that I would pay a little bit more to get the OLED screen anytime, any day. And it has 2 USB-C, and they both are in the center. It's not like the Redmagic, they put the USB here. Like, also the Redmagic, if they actually has 2 USB-C, it's also a good perfect for me, because it's already had an OLED screen. For me, like, I'm gonna continue using both of this device, because the Gen 2 right now it's just like a phone tablet for me. I'm just using it like a phone, like this, like browsing Reddit, browsing YouTube, you know. So this is the Redmagic. Let me show you the different one. This is like for you normally your screen will look like this, and this is my screen because I'm actually root the device. I don't recommend rooting it. There's a higher chance that you're gonna break your device, so I don't recommend it unless you know what you're doing. So this is the, see, like the screen is actually like kind of close to an OLED now, but it's still not close. I don't know if you can see. Like, you see the screen? It's just that for some reason the OLED, it feels immersive, like much more immersive. Even though I increased the saturation, so the screen looks closer to an OLED compared to a normal screen, like a standard screen. Even though this is the vivid screen from the factory, from the company, from Lenovo themselves, I use the, you know, like when you go to the setting with the display, so it has display. It's a vivid screen, see, vivid screen. So, and this is like a normal screen, and this is like increased saturation, because the app that you need to increase saturation needs a root access to make sure it's, I don't know, I think it's like the company doing something like don't want you to make, you know, have control on the device. So I just root it. I kind of don't care, because I'm only using it as, I don't use bank account on it. You know, if you want to root it, make sure you, like, some app just don't work on it because the security reason. Because if you root it, it's like the update and the security is like lower because you had more control. You know, like it's like in Windows you turn off all the security, so it's the same thing like when you root it. So this is a normal screen that would look on your Y700 Gen 4. It's just that the Gen 4 is a little bit more sharper than the Gen 2, and obviously it's going to be sharper than the Astra, because the Astra is only 1500p. It's still more than sharp enough, 1500p. All of this I'm streaming at 2560 by 1600, at 120 fps. For the Gen 4, you don't need to like change the refresh rate or refresh rate on the screen itself because it has intelligence, so it's like VR on the monitor. So it's gonna adjust the screen refresh rate or refresh rate for you. But the Gen 2, you're gonna need to set it to your preference. I'm set it to 120 Hz. So, and for Gen 4, I had an issue with Apollo and Artemis. If I use the control center on the Gen 4, it looks smooth, but when I play something about like 60 FPS for games that lock it to a 60 frame, like Metal Gear Delta, the new one, the remake, so it locked at 60 frames. When I move the camera like this, it doesn't feel smooth. So now you see like everything looks so smooth, like even the Astra. So the trick to make sure that I saw like couple comments asking if the Redmagic or the Y700 has stutter issue. I think like the main is like when you move camera like this, it's like stuttering, so it doesn't feel smooth, you know. So the solution is to make sure that your output frame rate from your PC and your refresh rate on your phone or tablet is as close as possible. See, I'm using 120 fps on 120 Hz on the Redmagic Astra, and you don't need to do anything with the Gen 4 because Gen 4 only had the intelligent 160 and 60 Hz, so it doesn't have the 120 Hz, but it has basically a VRR, so you don't need to do anything. So I just need to make sure that I exclude the Apollo or Artemis from the like control center. So you go to control center like this. Where's the control game assistant? Go to game assistant, manage my game, and then for the Gen 4 only, you don't need to do it with the Gen 2 because Gen 2 has 120 Hz. So exclude it like this. But the Gen 4 doesn't have any problem with that. So if you had that problem, it's still smooth, you know, like even if with the like game management or game assistant with this here, but it doesn't look as smooth when I play games that lock at 60, you know. For a higher resolution like 120, all of them look smooth. So maybe if you want a setting for the Gen 4 Y700, maybe I can make a video for that. But it's not that I'm like a pro for setting or something. It's just that I set up a lot of device, so I know what setting does what and what setting to change to make sure the client and the host PC can like you had the best experience. And also you make sure that you put it in at balance the frame pacing on Apollo, Artemis or Moonlight when you're setting up your client, the Gen 4 or the Astra, for example. So I think this is it for my 1 week impression with the Gen 4 Y700 compared to the Astra. Like I said, I purposely not using the Astra as much to make sure that I play it this, like with this, and then I pick this up. It just, like, I don't know if you can see on the camera, just that the screen on the OLED, it just like not comparable to an LCD screen. Even though I increase the saturation, which looks as close to an OLED as possible, which if you don't increase it, it would look like this. Like, and again, I don't recommend rooting your device. So like to recap, the screen, the Redmagic Astra still has the best screen. The port for like USB-C, there's only one USB-C on the Astra, and it's not even in the center. So I can use my controller with a USB-C like this, the H5 Lite or Absolute S9 or the Game 38, the original. But they would look like this. They would look like this. I can put it up like, and also it has the, if you can see, I don't know if you can see, the lighting is kind of bad on my room, in my room. There's a power button here. So you can even if you want to use the USB-C on like some, to look it's like this, like a couple of minutes, it's gonna turn off your tablet because it's just gonna hold the device. So I don't want, for the port, the Y700. For the screen, Redmagic Astra. For the sound, yes, the Y700 has really good sound. And also rumble. Like both of these has like good rumble, but when I play it with the H5 Lite, it doesn't have the, what you call it, the rumble, but it's actually like, I don't know if you can hear, it's actually rumbling on my, like it's actually emulating the rumble from the tablet itself. And because of the controller is so light, like the name itself, it is like, you feel like you actually has a controller with a rumble, you know what I mean? Some people don't like it, but I like it to make the game more immersive. And also the sound quality, because the Gen 4 has really good sound, even though both of this, all of this has only 2 speakers. The only one has 3 speakers that I had is Tab S9, this one. The Tab S9 has like the best speakers because they had 4 speakers. And those 4 speakers, when I play, like if the sound is a little high, it's like rumbling with the sound because it's the sound is so high. I can say the same with the Gen 4 as well, because when I play it, when the sound in the game like vibrating with the sound, like it's outputting the sound, but it's vibrating the device because it's actually really like strong. So I actually really like playing it without the headset. The Astra has good sound, but it's not like, it doesn't have the bass, you know, doesn't have the bass and the cleanness of the sound quality coming out of the speakers. I don't know why. Even if I like take off the controller, because the speaker is like literally here, like both of them, like in the center, they still not comparable to a Gen 4, which I really wish Gen 4 is gonna, not Gen 4, Gen 5, gonna have an OLED, and the Redmagic Astra gonna have better speaker and better port. So 2 USB-C. That's what I asked for. So that's it. My 1 week impression with all of this tablet. So I exclude the Gen 2 because Gen 2 is like kind of old now, but it's still like competent to just stream because you still get the really good like decoding time. And with this, it literally feel like you play it at like a monitor and you play with like, it feel like you have a monitor and play it. For you, I cannot decide which one you want. For me, it's just that when I play with the Gen 4 Y700, I say, man, I'm missing a really good screen, you know, an OLED screen. But when I play it, a Redmagic Astra, I feel more immersive because of the screen, and I don't like miss the controller as much because I still had a really good controller which is H5S, and I can just put it in anywhere like this, like up down like this, up like this, you know, and it has vibration, it has everything. So for the screen I cannot replace, for the controller I can replace, you know. So I don't know if I pick one to like mainly for streaming from my PC, like full game, AAA game like Red Dead 2, Final Fantasy 16 for example, I would like pick the Redmagic Astra. But when like if I want to play it without like having a headphone on, let's just say that, I would pick the Gen 4 Y700 because the sound is so good. I can play it without the like headphone on the Redmagic Astra as well. It's just that it's not, the sound is not as good. You know what I mean? So I think if you never had like an OLED screen to compare it to like this, I think like a normal screen like this will look more than enough for you, you know, to play games on. It's just that because I had an OLED, I just that, man, I kind of wish it is an OLED. I'm like really focusing on OLED. Maybe you're annoying because of that. It's just like my experience, okay? It's just my experience when I play. I wish it is an OLED. And when I play this, it's actually remedy the issue I had with the only one USB-C, because this is a Bluetooth controller. I can put it anywhere, so I don't have that issue. But with this, it's always reminding me it's not an OLED. So that's it. Maybe I'm gonna make a video like a month review. Maybe I'm changing my perspective or experience with both of these tablets, because I feel like if you can like pick one, I don't think both of these are like bad choice. You can pick any of this tablet and has like the peak experience for streaming, because they have like really good decoding time. It's like you literally feel like you're playing at, you feel like this is a monitor and you put on HDMI on both of these tablets. You see, 0.5 ms, 0.6 ms. Oh, this time the Gen 4 actually has decoding time. I think it's also depending on games, because some games the Redmagic has 0.4. I don't think it's that much different though. It's like 0.1%. So it's not that, I don't feel the difference. Oh, the previous video I said like I can feel the latency with the Bluetooth version. No, I think it's just because when I play it longer, it's not because of the Bluetooth version. I think it's because the what you call them, the joystick curve, like joystick has different curve because of this controller. It's not identical. It's not identical because this is it's identical how it looks, but the curve, like the joystick curve, is not the same. So this is a little bit more like faster sensitivity, so it feels more responsive. It's not actually like the H5S has like bad latency, for example, because it's Bluetooth. It's just that because it has what you call them, different different sensitivity, different curve, stick curve. So it's actually like really close. But if I had to choose, I would choose the H5 Lite, because I don't need the what you call it, the analog trigger. Like this is like an analog trigger, because when you aim something, this is not 1 to 100. This is better for like racing game, but this is like, I would prefer this because I don't need the analog trigger, because I don't play a racing game that much. So that's it. Maybe I'm making an update after like a month or something, if I change my experience, or I change my mind, I change my opinion. So thanks for watching.